Chapter 1. Non-spoiler. After You by Jojo Moyes. Is After You worth reading? Is Louisa Clark still the same? And is she going to find someone else? Turn the page and you'll find out. Okay, in this chapter, me and you, we have read... Me and you. Me before you.
Me before you. Which was like a great phenomenon the couple last years, I think.
And we have read the sequel to that novel or movie. Well, I have watched the movie. I haven't read the book. I haven't read Me Before You. But you have watched the movie and read the book.
Yeah, I read the book before I watched the movie.
Yeah.
Which is something I don't do. I usually watch the movie first and then...
Well, it depends on the movie. We sometimes do that and do this.
I couldn't wait, actually. Like, I watched the trailer and I was like, I want to know what's going to happen. so I like read the book right away. And then after I just finished it, the movie came out and I went to the cinemas. I watched it 2 times, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
I watched it one time. I think it was with you. Or who did I watch it with?
I think me. Yes.
Yeah, I think we watched it together, and I watched it another time in German with my mom.
I watched it the second time with my mom as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, we have so much in common. We do everything the same.
Yeah.
Creepy, stop it.
Okay. So yeah, the book and the movie weren't so much different. Like, it was like they stood by the book, really. Yes. Except like in 2 things. They interchanged the events, in a way. Like, something happened before something else. It was fine. And
yeah, I think I asked you that question because I wanted to know if the book was any different from the movie. Because if I was planning to read After You, would I have to read Me Before You? And I didn't. I didn't have to.
No, it was fine.
Like, watching the movie is enough, and you can immediately read After You without having any gaps or missing information.
Yes, exactly. Except like in Me Before You, the ending was slower than the movie. Of course, and it was in the book. But
of course,
the Lou in that, like, in the end was the same Lou as always.
Yeah. That was something that amazed me completely. Like, Emilia Clarke's performance was amazing.
Yes.
She
was
amazing.
made to be Louisa. She even admitted that
Louisa.
She's more Louisa than
anyone
the Mother
else.
of Dragons.
Of course. Yeah. No, it was totally like her smile, her expressions, her mood swings, her compassion, her bubbly acting. It was on point. Yes. When I read the book, it was amazing. Like, it was on point.
Yes. You know, when you read a book and then you watch the TV show and the movie and like you already know the characters, you know who they are, and then you watch the movie and that's not them.
That's not them.
Yes.
Yeah.
But in this movie,
she got it. Okay, so in this episode we provided 3 questions which are really important to know before you read the book or if you want to read the book. So, question number 1, is the book worth the read?
It is. You know, like, when Me Before You ended, it was fine. Louisa was fine, you know? She accepted what she has done.
Yeah.
She kind of, like, did what she wanted to do, go to Paris, and, like, so you felt... Okay.
She was content.
Yes, a kind of happy ending.
Kind of happy.
Which wasn't realistic.
No, it wasn't.
So, After You gives you this, like... the grief, the real life thing. Like, if you did something like that and you lost someone, you wouldn't be fine. You would
exactly.
Be,
You know that when you watch a fairy tale and you see the happily ever after at the end, and there's like even this cute the end scribbling like happily ever after,
and a picturesque ending, and the
like,
camera pulling out of the characters.
Exactly, and that is not real. Okay, we have become one of the people who gather the idea of what happens after happily ever after, and I like that some novels even portray that. Some movies even went deeper into that, and with After You it's exactly the same. Like with Me Before You, we have this full happy Louisa Clark running off into the distance, being happy in Paris with her black and yellow bumblebee tights, you know. But in Me Before You, she's a broken character, you know.
You mean in After You?
Sorry, in After You. That's where we see the damage that has been done, you know, and I loved that. I loved it.
I think in the end she was in the moment kind of shocked, but so we didn't feel the grief. We didn't see what was behind what, like she didn't actually realize what happened, though she was there. And
of course.
And then it hit her hard in After You.
Which brings us to our second question. Is Louisa Clark still the same?
Deep down,
she still is the same. She is completely changed.
Or she behaves differently. I mean, she's grieving.
Of course.
Really hard.
But it wasn't just grief. It was something else.
It was guilt.
Guilt, unhappiness, not feeling complete, feeling like something is missing, and trying to fill that void, you know, with silly things. The
hole in her chest, she's trying to work around it.
Yeah. And it was amazing how she worked around it. You know, it was amazing how they showed what actually happens after someone dies. Like someone you love dies. Yes. How it's not that easy to just say goodbye and that's it.
It is. And like, remember The Fault in Our Stars? The faucet was made around it.
Yeah.
Me Before You was the same. Like, you know, the boy dies at the end.
Yeah.
But so I kind of like, I was, okay, I get the idea. I didn't like get affected that much except in After You, where you feel the real grief. Like, it was sad him dying, but it was like horrible her grieving, you know. Like I keep telling you, I cried and cried in the second book. It was ugly tears with my nose getting red and like the ugly tears, and I didn't know why. Why am I crying that much? I didn't cry when he died. I'm crying after he died.
You're crying after he died.
Yes.
But that's exactly what happened to her. You know, she was fine when he was dead. She when he wanted to die. She accepted it, and she said, okay, this is what he wants. This is clearly not gonna work. Like, it's exactly that. When she was in the moment of accepting it, after it actually happened, that's when she was like, oh my God, I actually didn't want this to happen. I could have stopped him. I could have helped him. I could have done something better, or, you know, and it's exactly this, these questions.
And like something else, like
what?
When something else happens, she keeps asking herself if she could have stopped him, really.
Yeah.
Like,
but she couldn't have. I mean, she can't blame herself for it. I think this is something really huge. That's something, I was just gonna spoil something. I held my tongue. Yes. Okay, let's skip to the next question. Is she going to find someone else?
I mean, it's natural. It's how stories go. So yes, she is. Like,
yeah, we're going to spoil this one for you because I feel like people need to know that there is gonna be a rainbow after the rain. After it rains. But don't worry, we're not gonna spoil everything. There's still something interesting gonna happen, which is really drastically gonna change her life.
Yeah.
And it's gonna help her with the healing process. But let's not say anything more. Do you have anything more to say?
No, if you want to know more,
go to the spoiler episode.
Yeah. Thank you for making it till the end of this chapter. It has been wonderful talking to you about After You. I hope we teased you enough about the book. Once you've done that, continue the chapter in the spoiler part where we talk more in details about what had happened, what we liked, what we didn't like, and hopefully you enjoy it. Book Dragons, mark the page. I'm giving it Khaleesi standing in front of her army.